All righty, let's talk about another quarterback option we got potentially here. Giants are said to be on Russell Wilson's radar. Let's be honest here. Russell Wilson's probably on the Giants' radar too. Probably is on the Giants' radar. This is coming from ESPN's Jeremy Fowler, who says Wilson loved his season in Pittsburgh and is open to returning, but is taking a see what happens approach to it all. Ex Pete Carroll assistants believe Wilson could coexist with Carroll for the Raiders, having mended fences from their Seattle days, but others around the league are skeptical of the pairing. Wilson has also been connected to the Giants by a few people this week. He visited with the Giants last free agency, and New York is on his radar as the potential for 2025. As we got the man, the myth, the legend himself here popping on. Rob. Oh, I got
It's me. I'm Rob. I finally joined the show a little late.
So it's an interesting thing. We're talking about the Russell Wilson here. I know you're popping on here. Russell Wilson potentially going to the Giants. And it's interesting to see, they talk about it in right from Jeremy Fowler's statement. He visited with the Giants last free agency. One thing I don't ever see mentioned, guys, and I got to point it out because it never seems to be mentioned. He visited the Giants first.
Yeah.
He didn't go to Pittsburgh first and then go, let me talk to the Giants before I make a final decision. He went to the Giants first.
It said, nah, I'm good.
And I think he wanted to play for the Giants. He just wanted to be guaranteed a chance to start. And I don't think they were going to give it to him with Daniel Jones in town there. Well, Daniel Jones ain't in town anymore. Thank God.
Yeah.
You had this option. And let's be honest, for him and his family, it might be a preferred option because obviously his wife, Ciara, is, big in the music industry. I would say Cleveland, has the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's another option maybe, but that's all they have. Be like that. You know what I mean? Pittsburgh isn't exactly like, ooh, let's go record music in Pittsburgh. Like, the Titans, but no, she doesn't do country unless she goes Beyonce on us. Like, that's not going to happen. The spots that are probably most beneficial for her and for her career is New York and LA. So he probably would prefer for that reason. God forbid he keeps playing for so long it becomes the Tom Brady Giselle incident. You know what I mean? Like, point. Listen, people I think undervalue how difficult it is for an NFL wife. Like, don't get me wrong, they're rewarded in the bank. I get it. People love to point that out. It doesn't still not make it a hardship to be away from your spouse for so long. Because again, like I said, she's in the music industry. I guarantee you she's spending a lot of time in New York, a lot of time in LA. Pittsburgh's not near there.
Nope.
Seattle, not near there. Denver, definitely not near there. So she probably spent a lot of time away from her husband. And, they probably would enjoy spending more time together. That's an advantage for New York in this whole thing. And if there's one person who may want, as we talked about earlier, Aaron Rodgers probably doesn't want to, even though the Jets going to cut him. We're talking about a guy who might want to play in New York, besides Jameis Winston, because his bits on the Super Bowl weekend.
Oh, he's been so great.
Besides him, Russell Wilson is probably the other guy who wants to play here. And let's be honest, Jameis Winston just wants to play anywhere.
Yeah, whoever's going to give him a paycheck, that's all.
He just loves playing. He's just that guy. Yeah. So, but Russell Wilson, I think he might. Now, look at his numbers. Obviously, the Steelers didn't do very good towards the tail end of the season. But if you want a bridge quarterback for Sanders, you want a bridge quarterback for Ward or whoever, there seems to be a pretty good relationship with him and Justin Fields this year. And I do think he is at the point in his career where he would embrace that option to be a bridge.
Because you got to think about it too. Like, when you get drafted, 2012. So you're looking at guys playing in the league 13 years. At this point, you kind of have to know your tenure, like where you stand. Or maybe 2011, he was drafted.
I can look it up real quick for you. 2012, third round, 75th overall.
Yeah.
Which I remember the third round parts. Remember Mel Kiper flipping out, who's still available. But it was, like I said, you got a guy he's at the tail end of his career, guys. He knows it. He's not stupid. You can say a lot of things about Russell Wilson. A lot of people have. He ain't stupid. And he's 36. He's going to be 37 during the season. He knows he's got a year or two left, maybe. And after that, he's probably strictly a backup. So why not go to a place where he can go and help mentor a young quarterback, be in a city where he can go ahead and spend a lot more time with his wife? And I'm pretty sure they got kids, so I'm assuming there's something with the kids. Obviously, probably, I don't know. Usually the wife gets the kids, so I don't know. I don't want to just assume that, but he might get more time with his family as a whole that way, and he gets a chance to mentor a quarterback, and
that's it too. Like, you're talking about a guy he probably would like something like that. A few years ago, no, but at this point in his career, I think, he's at the point tail in his career, like you just said. You go to New York, right? It's a win-win. He's going to make more money in the New York market doing commercials than he would in Denver.
Oh, yeah.
He would in Pittsburgh.
Rad.
So there's that part of it.
Yep.
But if he wants to pursue a career in the NFL or just in football in general, coming in there and be like, I won a Super Bowl as a quarterback. Yeah, I've been to a couple of Super Bowls as a quarterback. I also mentored I mentored a quarterback coming in who, we'll just hopefully say it. Giants go to the Super Bowl in the next 5 years.
See, I don't think he has to even do that. I think people just know who he is.
I'm saying that, but like that,
that's the difference between like him and Jameson, though. Like Jameson, because he hasn't done as well in the NFL, I'll try to put it nicely, hasn't done as well in the NFL. People forget his crab leg days that are young like that. Like they were going to elementary school during his FSU days when he was the top quarterback prospect and everything. They just know him as the guy who throws a lot of picks and the guy who does crazy things for Fox Sports apparently now. It's the truth. Russell Wilson has that legacy where he can go in with a young quarterback. Automatically, the guy's like, oh, it's Russell Wilson. That's the guy who beat Peyton Manning in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, beat him up.
That's the guy that should have got a chance to get a second ring, but instead he threw it to the wrong team. That's a whole separate step. I had to bring it up. Like I said, to me, again, you guys know who listen on a regular basis. Justin Fields is the guy I want the most. I actually like Jameis Winston as much as we were saying things earlier, but Russell Wilson's not a bad option. It's not going to get us excited, but it's not a bad option.
But what I was trying to say, to piggyback, he doesn't need that. Like, say that he was a guy that mentored a younger quarterback to be successful in his career, but he also has an ego. That's part of the reason why he's playing this long. That just adds to his resume of what he's done in the NFL. That's also adds to his ego. That he left a legacy of players that are playing better because he was there to help.
He was part of the fixing it.
Yep.
Now, I also wonder. Listen, he's a well-spoken guy. He likes being in front of the camera. I wonder if he's thinking long-term about a media stop too, as well afterwards. Because let's be honest, there's a lot of people who played for the Giants that turn into media members later on. That's just the way it goes. Because again, you're in New York, you're in the hub, one of the hubs of the media.
Yep, that's another part I was trying to get to.
Sorry.
Yeah. I know it's late to the party, but just stop over my parade while I'm here.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
I'm gonna do it.
If you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please.